What up, my friends? Getting the show set up. We got bets for breakfast Saturday morning. We're back, baby. Monday through Sunday. You get me here 9 to 10 a.m. every day. We'll make as many bets and slips as we can. Parlays, of course. We'll look at the projections model. We're going to use the Plus EV Optimizer, Sharp Money Radar, which you all always ask for. I don't do enough of. And, of course, we'll look at the DFS Optimizer. We got picks to make, and we've got money to secure. It's time to get it. Let's go. Gonna slap that music on. Bring up the Let's go. Good morning, Chitty. Chitty Bang. Mr. PGA. Let's go. Big day. Make some bets. Let's make some bets. Music's off. Headsets off. We're ready to rock and roll. What up, my friends? Lots of new stuff to cover today. Finally figured out a way to show DK Pick 6. I re-logged into Prize Picks, put $100 on it last night. Going to see what I can do with it. Fired off a random, I think I did this around like midnight. Fired off like a 1 a.m. slip. I'll show you that in a minute. We'll see if it's still, a decent play. We got a lot to do today, though. What up, Hector? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Steel Force. Let's get paid. Should be a t-shirt design. Whoa. I need somebody to help me out with all of the ideas here. You always got some good ones, I tell you. Yesterday, NBA Fed. NBA picks on the live show went 6-2. Beautiful. Heavy emphasis on the DFS optimizer for that. We'll do that again today, but we don't have NBA. In fact, yesterday we got destroyed by MLB because a lot of those games were like crazy high scoring. And somehow, despite having overs for the majority of our plays there, we kind of got smacked around a little bit. These were shows I put on there. because most of them, for whatever reason, we had like a 3-2 game out there in St. Louis, and you would have thought, okay, pitching showdown, great, made cash. No, he just pitched like 6 or 7 clean innings of one earned run and then only struck out 4. He hooked, right? Same with Jack Koknowitz. So, he showed up on all the tools. We grabbed one of them here for Jack here on the Plus EV tool, the first one we saw it on. And what happened? My guy goes out there, throws 7 frames, and only strikes out 2. Very bizarre. There was like $7,000 on the Sharp Money radar for that as well. Anyways, did NHL have plays? No, we didn't have NHL yesterday, but we do today. And look at this. NHL's done well on these shows too. So I think today we're going to make a bunch of NHL picks. And I wanted to show you this. DK Pick 6, I've never used it. I cannot use it where I reside, but I do have the opportunity. New picks available. Cool. I do have the opportunity to put together some entries for you today. So I thought, hey, let's do it. Let's do TK. Let's do Pick 6 and see if we can make things work together. Good morning, E. Hey, Jack. Good to see you. I appreciate you telling people to hit that like button as we get going. And again, if you are new to the second YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, like. I'm here for you 7 days a week. If you like today, I'll be here tomorrow. If you like tomorrow, I'm there the next day. I'm in your face all morning, every morning. Just want to feed the community. Full transparency. That's huge for me, right? I'm going to review the picks the next day always, and then we're going to make new picks for that day. My goal is to win you lots of money over the course of 7 days. And at the end of a day or two, if you're like, wow, okay, I do pretty well following picks from the show, and I kind of want to use this for the other 23 hours per day, well, what will you do? You probably will sign up, mysparryedge.com. So that's the goal. There's nothing more to it. I want to win you money right there so that later you're like, you know what? Let me try it out. If he can do this for 1 hour a day and do this well, 62% of the picks on this show are profitable. Maybe I can do it on my own the other 23 hours per day, 30 days per month, so on and so forth. Like, that's the goal. So if any time you're like, yeah, let me give it a try for a month, right there. When the site is fully done and we're out of the soft launch phase, you will see a price uptick up to about $90 per month. But if you sign up now, you get locked in at the $60 per month or the $40 per month, depending on the product you use, and you get locked in. Your price tag is locked in. I will never email you later and be like, your price is going up to X, Y, and Z. No. Whatever you pay for, you keep, as long as you sign up. Plus 14 units over the last 3 days with donuts and the tools. Thank you so much for that reply, dude. That's phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Great feedback. What's up, Snipes? Goated tool, goated community. Love that. And what was the other one? Best Bets tab is universally God tier. He's talking about this one. It's going under a, by the way, so somebody asked me about the projections earlier. One thing you need to be mindful of, whatever these filters are you have down here, you got to make sure they align with positions you're on, okay? So the RBIs unders, they continue to smack. I mean, yesterday I posted a list. It was okay. I think it went like 8-3 or 8-4 or something. I don't remember. I saw a couple of RBIs earlier and I just stopped tracking. That's low for our normal experiences. We went 11-1 the other day. We went 6-0. We went 8-0 on Friday. We went I think 9-1 the other day. So yesterday was a bad day, which means today potentially bounce back day. So we're going to look at the best bets. We're going to make a parlay today as well. What else can we do? Let's just get into this now. How about that? So on DK Pick 6, what I've done is I've gone to the Plus EV optimizer, right? I got to ask my dev to change this. Positive EV finder. No. This is a Plus EV optimizer. Positive EV, that's positive expected value optimizer. What we do is we devig the lines for you. We tell you what the best angle is based on this information. A few ideas I personally have go on this daily helpful hints list. You can find this on every single tool because I want to teach, and support. Endlessly support. So DK Pick 6. Let me go ahead and refresh this bad boy. We're going to look at that Prize Picks entry as well, and we're going to make a bunch of Underdog entries today because I've got energy. I'm like 4 coffees deep, and I'm ready to freaking go, man. Cashed up +2. That was your photo. I saw it in chat. Congratulations, dude. Smacked a parlay yesterday using the RBI under projections. They're so good, it's not even funny. 82% win rate is absurd. You can make bank. Absolute bank. Anyways, so you can see I opened it up. I've never actually used the DK Pick 6 optimizer because, and by the way, you could check this and like there are going to be, you'll see a billion plays pop up, like 199. Come on. So you're going to want to filter this out based on your whatever apps you're using at that time. I mean, it could be, maybe you're running out DK and Underdog and Price Picks, and you essentially are turning this into a plus EV optimizer for Pick'em, better or whatever. Do what you want with that. But so I opened it up. I was like, what in the world? 21.5% EV. That's a lock. Look at the odds here. Blah, blah, blah. Right. And I went over there and then I found out these are discounts. They have discounts today. I did not know that. This is pretty darn cool. They've got a total bases discount for Ohtani and Judge, the best hitters. They got Castillo, Brandon Pfaadt over here for 4+ strikeouts. That's sketchy. So is Ranger Suarez, in my opinion. But, Castillo, I do like. He's always been a guy that 5+ has been right around a nice baseline for him, so on and so forth. But anyways, I thought it would be kind of fun to make something happen here and see if we can find a play or two. So that's gone. Let's look at Jack Caglione. He's supposed to be like a superstar out there in Kansas City. And I remember last season they called him up. He's, straight from like, how do I search? I'm sorry, I've never used this actual platform. So if there are any issues here with me on the show, I sincerely apologize. I've literally never used it. Like, do they have player cards? They do. So you can see player cards, stat history. Cool. I brought this up before. So can you look up this stuff like on the site? Luis Castillo has I got to fix the teal day in the U. You can look this stuff up all you want. It's useless to me, by all means, bop around the site. Oh, another teal day in the name. Crap. Someone tag me in Discord and remind me to fix those. The U in Acuna, the U in the other name, whatever it was. I always forget. Luis Castillo. You can use all this information. It's here. I just don't care, y'all. It's not how I bet. It's just not trends and all that. It's not how I bet. It's all about the math, the money. That's the sharp money radar, and the models. Those are the projections. Math, money, models. That's how you win money in betting, my friends. Anyways, if this stuff shows up inside these sports books and apps, do you think it matters? Like, that's the true question I have for you. If you can see Ranger Suarez game logs and trends and graphs inside this stuff, do you think it's helpful? No, there's no shot that these apps would be giving you all this information if it's going to help you actually with betting. It's not how you bet. Got to get over that. Metal Gamer, Underdog's money line last night was popping off. Yes, I saw NBA went 12-3 again or something like that, right? It was absurd. What's up, Enocious? You like the Guardians money line? They're playing good right now. Yeah, I liked them last night too, and then I think they got trounced like 7-2 or something like that, unless they came back and won. What's up, Travis? Good morning. Is there a way to add average odds to projections? Best bets tab. Great tools on the site. Appreciate you. You can go to the ideas channel. So when you join mysparryedge.com, there is a right up here. First off, set your state. This is for deep linking. But then you can go here, go to your account, and right here, it tells you connect your Discord. Do that. Go to the My Sparry Edge Ideas channel inside Discord. Drop any ideas you want. My developers, my team, and I, we go through that every day or two and just add things that look interesting to our, to our list of to-dos. By the way, if you ever see comments like this one from Steel Force, this is essentially what we're trying to show you is that you can research all the projections on all the markets, and you can identify if any of them are better or worse than others. Like unders for the runs market. Our model is really freaking good when it comes to unders for runs. As you see, it's an absurd 72.24% or higher win rate. It doesn't matter if it's an A+ down to a C+. They're all good. So parlays are probably really solid there. 2-leg, 3-leg parlays, very similar to the RBIs, where you've got 82% down to 76%, even better. Like people are making absurd parlays daily and nightly with the runs and the RBI unders from our projections. And we made this bets tab, and let me show you the runs. And what it does is essentially pulls the data from the history tab and it aligns it with whatever the market is. Like this morning, you got, I don't know, 12, 15 A-plus unders for runs. You could put together SGPs. You could do, all right, let me go ahead and screenshot these 3 plays and tag the quick pick bot or whatever inside Discord, and you can bang out a 3-pick lay for like a plus 170, plus 210, so on and so forth. Let me do another 3-pick, another 3-pick, another 3-pick. You could do that for RBIs and runs, and people are making a lot of money. They're just making money. It's my favorite thing to witness daily is just how people are using this product to line their pockets. And y'all got me sidetracked as I was trying to make a pick 6 entry. So anyways, we're going to save this bet so we can track it. The Luis Castillo, I'm just going to save this so we can resolve it tomorrow and check it out. These are the, whatchamacallits, these are the discounts. So let's go ahead and see if we got anything on the sharp money radar for DK pick 6. Nope. We got stuff for prize picks and Underdog. Let's go to the optimizer here. Here we go. Macklin Celebrini. Yes, NHL is back. Remember, sharp odds are not devigged. What these are is essentially all sports books are not created equal. Circa, Bet Online, FanDuel, Pinnacle. Based on the sports and the markets, sometimes certain books are better than others. There's other books like Bet Rivers and Fanatics and BetMGM. They're not sharp at all. Those recreational books, and the retails will limit you as soon as you do well, or you're beating CLV long term, you're getting your bets in too early, so on and so forth. They got all sorts of things that'll get you limited. It's awful. But I digress. Those lines on those books, that action does not move lines, does not shape and mold the industry. But the pennies of the world, the FanDuel for NFL, penny for NHL and baseball, yes, they do. So how do we apply that? Macklin Celebrini over 3.5 shots on goal, 5.2% edge here on DK pick 6 versus the minus 137 sharp odds. Remember, this is not including things like the score bet. This is going to be the pennies and FanDuels of the world. So two things I like to do. Number one, I compare to sharp odds. Are we better? Yes, we are. Of course we are. It's right here. You just saw the odds update while I'm talking. FanDuel, minus 132. Penny, minus 128. Now, is that a large discrepancy? Nah, we're talking 6 pennies there, 6 cents differential. It's not insanely good, but it ain't bad. Is there better? Yeah, maybe. So you could take your time and go through this, and maybe this one's even better. And let's see. I don't know. Do they have let me click new picks. Do they have multipliers? I am curious, if things change. I've never actually even used the search function until today. All right, so I've got to click 4 picks available. Okay, there we go. So here's the 3-pick entry. We just made one, the first one I've ever made. So DK pick 6, implied odds of minus 122 for a 3-pick entry. Sharp odds minus 135. Remember, that's not going to, well, actually, maybe we don't use this one. FanDuel's at minus 122. Remember, I want penny. This is a minus 154. It's even worse than the sharp odds, which I love to see. I love it. It's the best sign ever. But I don't like when we get convoluted metrics here, or barometer, I should say, where we're looking at FanDuel and we see a minus 122, which is identical to the DK pick 6. So for what it's worth, the math says it's a fine option. I fade it. So I'm actually going to remove that one, and I'm not playing that one. The Celebrini play is not bad for NHL. Let's see if we can find an ideal play, though. We got time. Here's a much better one. Check it out. Minus 139 on penny, minus 130 on FanDuel. Both are worse than the DK pick 6 implied. So we're going to go to T1 Walker. How do I Walker? 6 picks available, less than 3.5 strikeouts. And there you go. I can't enter it. I'm just trying to find ways to do it. Now, here's a question for you. I've never used it. With the discounts, maybe somebody can answer this for me. What is the payout, or is the math, is it good if we just run 2? How do I see? Okay. So 2 picks would be a 3x. All right. So, I mean, it is plus EV, because you're getting an alt line. So if you wanted around like a 2-pick entries for the the discounts, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like if you want to use T1 Walker, that was less. And then how do we get back to the homepage? There we go. And then you want to grab, weren't there other guys featured? Aaron Judge against Pedro Martinez. I got jokes. All right, so let's move Caglione. Let's move Castillo. You want to run these out? Like you're getting a 3x on alt lines. All right, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, in my opinion. I don't know what these are capped at, how much money you can put on them. Let's do another one. So then maybe you got, Otani remains and you want to run out the Celebrini play with it, run out an NHL pick. But anyways, I wanted to highlight that. I want you to know you can do that from the site. I think it's a viable option. I really do. So lineups, I have not been able to play here in forever. As you see, I've got a random power play. I had some free entry or whatever. So I did one of these season long ones. Feel free to copy it. It was literally just, I was just comparing lines across the industry and trying to find where Price Picks was lower than the rest of apps. And I just ran those out. That's all. I did not even do anything different. Just so you know, you can't mix sports on Pick 6. Oh, no way. You have to run out like MLB with MLB? Wow. Max amount of legs. Honestly, think about it this way, Metal Gamer. You are able to run out anything your heart desires. Like, I think it just comes down to your units, right? Let's say you've got, I don't know, a unit per day you're willing to spend on parlays, all right? And you're running out 8 or 9 units on straight picks. That unit you allocate across multiple things. So you've got, I don't know, let's say we have 10 RBI unders that look brilliant for the day. Just, we know they win 82% of the time with an A+ bet grade. You want to run them out. There's no reason why you can't do like 0.1 unit on a 10-leg RBI A+ under parlay for plus 2,200 or whatever it was, 2,500 yesterday. And then break that down into like 3 or 4 legs at plus 200 each, and then that's where your 0.2, 0.3, or 0.25 units go on the other ones. Like something like that. I don't know, like what's wrong with that? Like you do what you want. I don't think there's an answer. There's not a blanket answer that says you have to do it this way all the time. What's up, Zach? Discord been feasting. Sharp Money Raider has been insane. I know. So here's the thing. I got a question for those who are using, oh, look at this one. Sharp Money Raider for Nathan McKinnon, DK Pick 6. I have a question for y'all. Do you uncheck longer than whale, or do you leave it checked? My default, when I am specifically betting on Pick'em, is to leave longer than whale because I want to follow the money, but then I also want to make sure I'm beating the sharp odds. However, I have a lot of people tell me they absolutely do not do that, and they simply just want to see where the money is going. Because here's my problem with that. Yeah, there is 1.3K hitting the over on Ranger Suarez. However, that's on 105. That's on plus 105. You're getting 20 cents worse running this out on Underdog. Okay, it seems like people leave that unchecked. Wow, he leaves it unchecked, leaves it unchecked. There's more plays. You keep it checked, but you do go back and forth. Okay, just a view. I'm totally curious. I don't know the proper way. This is kind of just my preferred first way. And even this is not a good play to me. It's identical odds as Novak. It's not even beating them. It's like tied. It's not even longer odds. Doesn't even hit the logic. But I guess it does simply because it's identical. I don't know. We probably have to change that logic to be minus 123 or higher. But that's an interesting question I keep posing, and I want to pose it every day because I know some people look at this and they're like, yeah, Mitch, well, I'm not running out Ranger Suarez. but I might run out Lance McCullers, right? Because they're like, well, okay, 1.2K, Lance McCullers under 4.5 hits allowed, and it's on a minus 105. Well, I'm only getting a minus 115, but 10-cent differential, not horrific. There's probably a better example. Here's an even better one. Bryce Terang under a half a run. All right. Terang's had a pretty good season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's scoring at will, y'all. Good luck. I thought so. I thought he's been doing well out there for Milwaukee. Anyways, so you got $1,000 coming in on the under on Profit X at minus 110, and you're running out Underdog minus 115. Do what you want with that information. I think people are applying this and just saying, hey, well, this is honestly all I'm looking for is I just want to see where the sharp money's going, and then I'm betting on it too. I'm not saying you can't or that's even wrong. I think mathematically it's wrong. But again, like there are so many ways to bet on sports. Not everybody is 1,000% beholden to the math, right? Like I like to be very in line with the math and the models. But not everybody's going to be all the time. And I'm not going to say you can't be profitable doing it your own way. I just am not a huge fan of doing it that way. So I very much am in the camp that like leaving longer than whale is a crucial element to being successful, especially when I'm looking at like DraftKings, right? Like if I took this off for DraftKings, well, then I start playing some garbage plays, in my opinion. Garbage plays. Like I want to beat the odds and I want to beat them good. This one, not even, barely. It's 1 cent differential. It's a minus 159. And that's why I don't think all plays are created equal. I think people really need to think through this just a little bit more and not just blindly run things out. So just be mindful. Be mindful of how you use these tools. Kind of crazy. Last, was that 2 nights ago? Tatis Jr. had the RBI in the 3rd inning. He had a sacrifice fly, by the way. And that killed an, I think, 7 or 8 leg RBI under parlay for plus 2,500. What the freak, man. Plus 2,500. That one was on Twitter. It was on Tails. It was in Discord. It was on my live show. I mean, people were going to be tagging me left and right with wins. People would probably sign up with their winnings. I was literally like so stressfully sweating that one out. I texted my buddy. I hopped on Battlefield 6 and I'm like, dude, I got to get my mind off this because this is a big moment for the company. Could be a big one because so many people watched that stream that day. There were like 1,400 that watched. So I was so excited. And then freaking 3rd inning, a sacrifice fly, not even like a base hit or nothing. I couldn't believe it. And that was it too. That was the only RBI. 3rd inning, sac fly. Oh, I'm not still bitter, I promise you. I'm totally bitter. If you are watching on the second YouTube channel right now, please like it. Like. We got 90-ish watching on YouTube, 32 likes. Bump them up. Yeah, I hedged and I alerted Discord and I said, hey, I got a decent amount of money on this one. I maxed it out. DK, for whatever reason, gave me a 50% boost or something, or 25%, but they gave me a 250 limit, which I usually only get like, $10, $25, $50. I used the entire 250 and I was sitting there super excited because the return was going to be like, I don't know, $2,300 or something. So I was super pumped and felt really good going to that final game. But that's why I hedged. So I alerted Discord, said I'm hedging out and I'm doing it with the live bets. So I think like his live bet to start the game went all the way up to like plus 480. So I just put it on like one of those for like, $50 or whatever, and basically broke even. Whatever the odds were, it was super close to breaking even. Just washing my hands. All right. Oh yeah, that prize picks thing. What was I freaking doing? So I had Bryce Harper under 1.5 total bases, Francisco Alvarez, and Brett Beatty for the Mets. How do I look this up? They're still all there. I think I got to go back to the board. Even there. No, Bryce is not there. They're all gone. Look at this. Beatty's not there. And, geez, what are you jumping that page around for? Alvarez is not there either. Well, I tell you, that's the power of using the tool on your own then, I guess, right? It's like all I did was I threw $100 on the site last night, did a 3-pick power. All I did is I grabbed these plays. Let me check and see which tool I used last night. I used the Plus EV Optimizer. So these 3 plays were on the Plus EV Optimizer last night at like, I don't know, 12:30 a.m. Eastern. That's all I did. So feel free to do it if you'd like to on your own. Let's get to Underdog and start, railing away at these entries. It's time. It's time. We've been yapping a lot about a lot of things. We still have to make our RBI parlay today. We'll do that today as well. Oh, yeah, bro. I mean, if you spend time, Nomad, you will find lots of angles that are worth betting on. I mean, let me show people what you're talking about. So hits, look at the hits market. Like, it's also doing great. There are so many things to do here. Like, you can win money like crazy using the projections, researching your own markets. The unders for hits, runs, and RBI has been doing pretty well lately. Overs at A+ is still doing quite well, but there is you are starting to see the rest of almost the rest of the projections doing poorly for that market, which is understandable because unders for player props is usually just king, but hits, runs, RBIs, HRR over for A+ bet grades, 70 and 25. Smaller sample size, only 95 bets. But hey, A+ and then A's is a total combined 152 and 68. 152 and 68, you're looking at probably about a 68 to 69% win rate. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. But outside of the higher end stuff on the model, overs start to become the better angle to bet on. Excuse me, unders become the better angle to bet on. Fading the red HRRs might be an angle. It's so funny. Somebody said that the other day. They're like, I actually used the model, and I like to take the opposite of wherever things are really bad for the outliers as well. So, like, if all of the Bs essentially reverse the math there, 64.29% of all the B bets, they win if you do the opposite. Like, it is an indicator, it's definitely a weird one to do. And it's uncomfortable, but you could run like A+ overs, A overs, and then anything that's a B, just play the opposite. If it says over for B, you do B unders, like, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I don't know if I have the energy to do that, but it's there, Earned runs, another market that's very interesting. Super small sample sizes. They went 4-2 yesterday. The ones I showed on the stream. Strikeouts, shockingly enough, is kind of the worst category this year. For years, it's been the best. But, we've never fully tracked like all the other markets in the model. And the other markets have been better for betting. The only thing that's ever been viable playing on the model this season for the most part has been unders. As you see, they're doing very well for the under. Overs has been disgusting. Like, if you see an over, I don't care if it's an A+, I probably am not playing it on the strikeouts. So keep that in mind. As exciting as strikeout props are, yikes. How about total bases? This has been a really interesting one that I think people need to keep in mind. The total bases market for unders has been incredible. Now, will this change as the weather warms up? Yeah, probably. Same with hits, runs, RBIs. A lot of the hitting props probably change when it gets midsummer. But for this early season, when it's cooler weather and the ball's not carrying, and the ball maybe has changed this year as well, who the heck knows? At this point, the extra base hits or the multiple hits in one game is not occurring as frequently as it usually does. So, will the pendulum swing? Absolutely. Most likely. Will it swing today? I have no clue. But being aware of this stuff is super important if you're going to be betting on baseball. It just is. It just is. So, use this information at your leisure, and you can make a lot of money betting using this stuff. You just can. You're going to be in you'll be in a better spot to make more money compared to if you were just like letting it rip. Anyways, let's go. We got some underdog plays to make. Lots of plays popping up already. Let's take off DK pick 6, price picks. We're going to leave underdog. I will uncheck longer than whale so we can look at it together. But remember, I will not be playing all those plays. Plus EV, same thing. We're going to switch this to Underdog and just take just the best of the best. Interestingly enough, this market right here, the under for runs, Jordan Alvarez, under a half a run. We just looked at the runs market being under, and the projections has been cashing at will. So, again, if I go down here and I see what his projection is, do we have him for under? Well, we have him at 0.45, so almost right there in line. But for what it's worth, it is in play. So I'm going to refresh Underdog over here. Let's see. Sometimes these plays here from the plus EV optimizer move. I'd say about 80% of them on the air we're able to get in identical lines and identical payouts like this one. So you get a 1x multiplier. Is this too small on Underdog? Let me zoom in. This is good. That's better. That's easier to see. I was just looking over. We'll save this one so we can track this later. Miguel Garcia. Hey, we were just talking about total bases to the under have been fantastic, right? Well, let's check out his projection as well. And again, all I got to do is open up his player card, go to total bases, about 33% hit rate to the over. Total bases, yikes. Well, we haven't projected for 1.78. However, I don't care. I'm going to play the math here. Miguel Garcia, under 1.5 total bases. There you go. Get a little 2-pick entry to start our day. Do what you want with this information. Remember, I cannot enter anything on Underdog, but hey, no reason why you can't just lean on the math if that's what you're here for. All right, we're going to keep on going. I like to be fast-paced in the picks section because no one wants to sit around and wait for me. Miguel Garcia, you're going to see those plus EV plays pop up here as well. And when they do, I think they're better, right? So if you see something that pops up on both the DFS optimizer, which is, again, where we're looking more at the sharp odds, right? Weighted lines from the sharpest books like Penny and FanDuel, so on and so forth. They are much better if you see a play on the plus EV tool, which we were just looking at, and then they also show up over here, right? So there's Eric Fed play, over 5.5 hits allowed on Underdog. If this later pops up, or if it's not already there on the optimizer here, the DFS optimizer, which looks at sharp odds, then you've got a great play because the plus EV optimizer is DVIG lines. DFS optimizer is the sharp weighted lines from the sharp books. If it checks both boxes, that's a good play mathematically. That's a good play in the comparison for the line itself. And there you go. That is Miguel Garcia. He is there. And for the sake of just being able to track for myself, I'll plop that over there. Let's see. Is the Fed play hidden anywhere here? Look at all these hockey plays. Oh, my gosh. We could go nuts. What? That's crazy. Let me search his name. Nope. So Eric Fed does not show up. Is he on Prize Picks? Let's check these other apps. FEDDE. Nope. Okay, so he's not on any of the other apps. So while he is there for a plus EV play on the sharp books, nothing special. Just popped up Fed. Yep, just grab that, brother. Appreciate you, though. Thank you. I love the feedback. But anyways, let's plop him in here. What is this? Hits allowed over 5.5. Okay, this multiplier moved. That's why you're not seeing it on the DFS optimizer. Multiplier moved. No longer in play. I'm not going to track that one. Well, we can track it. No, we don't have to track it. I don't care. We'll come back to it. Let's see. We'll go down the list. Oh, before I continue, helpful hints. Again, I've said this before. One of the things I like to do beyond the sharp odds is I want to see if, not only does it beat the sharp odds, that's definitely important, but I want to look and see, hey, does this also beat Penny and FanDuel, the two sharpest books that I personally believe in for player props? And if it does, and especially by a large margin, I usually love it. So this Foster Griffin play, it's a little convoluted. It smashes where is it? Penny minus 149. That is a smash play if we're comparing it to Penny, which is really sharp for baseball. So I can come over to here, and this is where you just got to make your own choices. Again, I don't know, guys, gals, whomever's watching. FanDuel's only a minus 125. That is under the sharp odds. Remember, sharp odds, the aggregate for our weighted lines, meaning some of these sharp books get different weights. I kind of want these both to be at least around or worse. This is 10 cents better than the sharp odds. So if you're like, well, I don't know, donuts, FanDuel's better, man. What are you thinking? FanDuel's a sharper prop book for MLB. If that's your belief or you have something substantial that backs that up, well, then, don't play this one. But for the sake of saving it, we'll save it. It smashes Pinnacle in the smithereens. Mathematically, it worked out. Michael Waka here, same thing here, minus 145 on Penny. On FanDuel, I do not have okay, so I don't think I can play this. Michael Waka, if you believe Penny is way more important to track, then this play is for you. It's not for me. Brandon Fott here under 4.5, DFS Optimizer. You know, what's really interesting is this play, again, FanDuel way different than Pinnacle today. Yikes. On DK Pick 6, remember, DK Pick 6 has the discounts today. Brandon Fott out there in Arizona over 3.5 strikeouts was actually one of their discount plays. I hear my family getting ready at their front door. Give me one moment. I'm throwing up full screen. I'm going to go say goodbye. Muting Mike. All right, I'm back. Well, there you go. Put me down here in the corner. What up, Mad Dog? Good morning, my friend. I always love when people come in and say hi, leave a comment, things like that. Lets me know who's here to watch. So anyways, Brandon Fott, there you go. There's whatever. I don't remember my talking points. We can move forward. Let's check this one out. We've got Penny NHL. NHL has just been so fun. Those have been really good. I was trying to get people in Discord to buy in because it's been friggin' awesome. So there you go. Underdog allows you to mix and match sports. That's cool. Sounded like DK Pick 6 does not, but there you go. Frank Nazar, whomever that is, does not score a point tonight. That's no assist. That's no goal. Minus 128 on Penny. Penny's very sharp for NHL, as what I've told and what I've learned. There's another couple. Let's see. Jackson Merrill. Hey, we just talked about unders for total bases have been phenomenal, right? Minus 130 on Penny. I do not have FanDuel odds. Pennies minus 130 is even worse than the minus 129 for the sharp. So let's go ahead and run out Merrill. 2-pick entries on Underdog at 1x multipliers. You get a 3.5x payout. Nothing better in the entire industry. Don't overthink it, my friends. Max Free just popped up at a 9.3%. Oh my gosh. Minus 154 on Pinnacle. I don't have FanDuel. Let's check out Freed. Is this there? Yes. Whoa. Okay. This is going to move potentially during the show. That's crazy. Is that also on the plus EV? Yep. I figured. So we'll save it here and there. I like just for my own personal tracking purposes. Wow. Great play. Just a great play. What was the other play? Mikhail Garcia for the Royals. I think he plays for the Royals. Max Fried and Mikhail Garcia under 1.5 total bases. Max Fried under 5.5 strikeouts. Both of those plays are the only two plays we've talked about today that were both on the plus EV optimizer, which is the DVIG lines, and the DFS optimizer, which is when we are looking at those plays that are beating the sharp books specifically. Remember look at this. So Jackson Merrill, we also ran that out there on the previous slip on Underdog. And the total basis for Jackson Merrill is also there on the sharp money radar. Over $1,000, almost $1,100 has been bet on the under for Jackson Merrill 1.5 total bases. Now, they got better odds than we do here on Underdog, but hey, I will bend the knee, especially if we're using this for like a discount slip or something on Underdog. So that under 1.5 for Jackson Merrill for the tracking purposes. I like to review things after the shows the next morning. That is there. Lance McCullers under 4.5 hits. We talked about Eric Fed. Here's a great play for Underdog. Let's see if it's still here. Eric Fed, sharp money raider, over 1.5 walks is there. So Eric Fed does finally make the board for us. Almost $1,000 has been bet on Eric Fed to throw 2 walks today at minus 130. We are beating the sharp odds. the sharp action where the money is backing it, all that liquidity on the minus 130, we get minus 115 for 2-pick entries on Underdog. We get a minus 118 on Prize Picks, a viable option for both platforms. I will save that pick and we'll find a pair right now. NHL, let's see. Can I quickly hammer out an NHL pick? Bryce Terang. All right. No, we already talked about that one. Sorry. Ranger Suarez talked about. Let's go back to plus EV. All right, so we're looking at a Fed play. DFS optimizer. Nick Martinez. Let's see. Penny minus 135. Oh, FanDuel minus 132. And the lines just change. Oh, he's still number one. 6.4% edge. Smashes the sharp odds. Is this still there? This is a really good play. Nick Martinez over 4.5 strikeouts. Bang. You got a 2-pick entry right there. Eric Fed over 1.5 walks. Nick Martinez over 4.5 strikeouts. We're vibing right now. I feel like I'm in the flow. I'm in the zone. We've got a ton of picks to make. Do me a favor if you're enjoying the show right now, whatever platform you're on. Let the people know. Let them know it's good. If you're on YouTube, like the video right now. Like. We're low on the likes today compared to the viewers. On the chat, you can use the little heart button, the engagement button, the reactions. Those help me in the SEO. You can leave a comment afterwards. By all means, help me. And if you're on X, same thing. Right now, you could be retweeting. Retweet this stuff for me. Retweet, like, comment on the X post. Let me climb the X rankings as far as live shows go, and let me keep trying to line your pockets. That's the whole goal here, is just to win you money. I'm trying to win y'all money. That's what we're doing today. So help me. Zach, thank you so much for the feedback. Can't preach enough how fire the Discord is. I love that. Very proud of the product we've made. MySparryEdge.com. You got to give it a look. I don't know how else to say it. You can make money doing exactly what I'm doing around the clock. I do it for 1 hour per day. Thank you, Josh, for reposting the stream. I can see who does the retweets and stuff. So thank you for that. We are absolutely feasting. No doubt about it. Right now, things are on fire. Hit the like, fam. These are some rookie numbers. Got to pump them up. You're not wrong. Again, MySparryEdge.com. Please give it a look. If this show is speaking to you, if you're like, yeah, I can win me some money using this tool, just imagine how well you'll be able to do once we are able to have this up for a very long time. Like, this is a brand new tool. It's a month old. You can just envision where things go in a few months or a year, like things can change. Let me check out. I just want to see how this stuff appears. That's way too big. Minimal versus block. Minimal, block. I think minimal's better. I'm looking like right below my face. Default camera. Does this change anything? Circle. Rounded corners. Sorry, I'm just checking. I don't know. My software updated a bunch of stream settings, so now I'm just curious what all the buttons do, and I don't know why I'm doing it live, but whatever, man. Default font. What's this look like? Ugh. Anyways, totally sidetracked. I need a break every once in a while. I've been yapping so much. VIP Tail's also cooking, no doubt about it. Fire's on the most insane run. He goes on these like once a month. If you're a member and you stick around monthly and you just follow Fire, you'll go on these like generational runs, like 1 month at a time. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Literally never seen anything like it. There's literally no one better in the industry. He's also going to start streaming for MySparryEdge.com, by the way. He's setting up his own YouTube and everything. So he's going to start streaming here soon. What's good fair odds market value, or what is your sets at? I don't so he's talking about the plus EV optimizer. It's irrelevant to me what the number is. You can adjust that how you see fit. So down here, oops, sorry. It was all loading. I just added 28 books. You can use rebet and things like that. Anyways, you could come down here, and if you're like, Mitch, I never want anything lower than a 5%. Okay, you just chopped it down to 61. Or donuts, I only want to use actually no, I'd be opposite. Minus 110 to plus 180. You could create like a fair odds band. I can't remember why people would want to do that, but somebody explained it to me one time. Because again, I'm only a month into my plus EV betting, my top-down betting career, right? Like, I'm learning alongside you. I just had really smart math people develop this product for me the way I envisioned it being useful for members. But I can't remember. Somebody told me the fair odds bands. I think it cuts out longer odds plays or juiced plays. So you're giving yourself like a range of odds that you're interested in. So like you can adjust this stuff. And again, I don't have the answer. Like what's the best way? I don't know. I think it probably depends on each person and what they want to bet on. I couldn't tell you if there's a right or wrong way yet. We will all find out together. Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Well, that's Prize Picks. We're not playing over there. DK Pick 6. It's also available. Although the fair odds is a minus 120. Let's see. Does it smash Penny or FanDuel? Nope. Neither book has it. Trevor Larnach. Now, we looked at these yesterday. I'm not playing this with Penny at minus 120. These types of plays, these we learned yesterday, these are platoons. These are platoon hitters. See? They'll get in for an at-bat. A lefty pitcher will come in the fourth inning or something, and then that person, they'll pinch hit somebody to match up splits-wise, platoon-wise. So this Trevor Larnach, I don't know if he's a righty or lefty, but it seems like he only hits against certain armed handedness of the pitchers. So at these plays, I don't play unless we're looking at an under. Probably makes sense, right? Like an under half a hit for somebody, and then, half a total base was essentially as a hit because walks are not bases, just so let's all be abundantly clear. I don't know if I can take an over for a guy who might get subbed out, pinch hit for. Steven, again, I like that's the goal, right? I love that you brought that up. So I'm a former teacher, 13, 14 years, whatever it was. It's ages ago. Everything I do is about the delivery, the clarity, and the ease of use. So not only have we created a product that is just simple, right? Load it up, make your pick. It's made for you. You only have to decide do you want to use it or not. We do all of it for you. We are the easy button as a product. 5, 10, 15 seconds, however long it takes you to open the site up. You got a bookmark. There you go. You cut your time down. Click bet now. It opens up right into Prize Picks, so on and so forth, right? And then these shows, my goal is to just be your form of support. Like that is what I do for you. I'm just going to be here every single day for an hour or two trying to support your use. And then you'll also catch me inside Discord as, current members here can also reply and let people know. I'm in there frequently answering questions. I can't put a number on it, but it's a lot. It is a lot. I am there hours per day in and out answering questions. Guys, I got a DM from my developers. Give me one moment. Okay, I'll have to check in what they're talking about afterwards. Oh, okay, hold on. One of the things I asked for an adjustment this morning. Games filter to the best bets. Sweet. Look at this. So I asked for this. Javad, if you're listening, I love you, bro. Thank you so much, man. If you're listening, people ask for the bets tool inside Discord to have the filters. So I'm going to show them that it's there now so that you can Filter this out. So like later in the day, if you're trying to do, oh, you guys don't have full screen. I'm sorry. If you're trying to do like an SGP, you're like, all right, last game of the night. Let me run out parlay. And let me take A+ and A bet grades. All right. So filter it out. There you go. You made a parlay for one game, late night. Right? So here's the example. And I'm going to show this to Discord too. I've selected the grades. I have done A and A+ only. I have selected the Mets versus Oakland. There you go. And then if you want to screenshot that to quick pick bots or whatever inside my Discord, you could simply just screenshot this section just so you all know on air. And then you share that to the quick pick bot and it'll make a link for you. And then you can just run out a parlay inside Discord. All right, I'll have to text my dev and tell him thank you. He's the best, man. He's such a good dude too, I tell you. Work with people who are good people, good humans. You're in a good spot, I tell you. I just love it. Let me send out an alert real quick for Discord. Enough people had asked for this, so I'm going to pester them with a quick alert so I don't see that request pop up anymore. New York Mets. All right, cool. Enough people ask for that stuff. I want to do an alert during so. Appreciate the service you provide for the youths. No doubt, man. No doubt. Try to make it affordable too. I mean, there's other products out there that are, do some of these things that my site does, and they're more expensive. I try to literally add like everything the industry has and my own spin on things. And some of these things are new and different. Like I think our projections stuff is no one does it like us. Our bet grades is our confidence level. We've had that since 2020, December of 2020. We've had this. We've essentially just changed confidence scores to bet grades. But like, you want to know what's a bet grade? That's the confidence. Essentially your edge versus the book. When Fire posts anything, everyone stops what they're doing. It's hilarious. If you ever watch Discord and you look at how many people are online, when a guy like Fire posts to Discord, you will see 50, 100, 200 people all of a sudden log into Discord. I'll watch the amount of people per role just double and triple. Like Fire's, I mean, he's on fire right now. But I was hoping we could get that feature to filter later games. Exactly the point, right? Exactly the point. Just give me the best bets for, let's say these were the late games, these two. There you go. The 10 o'clock slate, you got to parlay. You want to parlay the 8 o'clock slate? All right, there's 3 games for 8 o'clock. There you go. It's like you got a short list. You only want unders, 8 o'clock unders, and there's 4 games. There you go. 8 o'clock unders, 4 games. Like A+ unders at 8 o'clock. Anyways, you get the point. I don't need to keep doing this. Oh, man, I got totally sidetracked. Sheesh. Who let me get sidetracked like that? I need a scapegoat. Who should I blame this on? Let me see here. I have a blame it on Chris. my guy falls on the sword for us. That is so funny. I love my community, man. You guys are too fun. Steel Force tries to fall on the sword too. Now they're going to be wrestling over who gets to play martyr. What else was I going to check? Give me a moment. I've got something on my mind now, you know. Can I follow the breadcrumbs really quick? Uno momento, por favor. Oh, yes. This is what I want to tell you. You can sort by bet grade, by win percentage, by projections. Like, this stuff can be sorted, okay? I want people to understand that. I'm going to be honest, too. One thing, it's a topic of conversation that popped up this morning with me and a member is that, are these viable and valuable plays on the projections when lineups are not confirmed? And, it's interesting. I think there's potentially value based on the odds. However, the projections will undoubtedly be more accurate once lineups are confirmed, clearer read on weather. Like if you wait for lineups to be confirmed in an hour or two before the game, because these projections update hourly, right? So let's say the game's at 10 p.m. Now let's say it's a 7 o'clock game. 6:30 hits. Whatever the projections say at 6:30 are going to be likely better than the 8 a.m. projections upload. The value you get on the line is likely better in the morning, but it's with potentially less accurate projections. Now, I am being subjective with that line of thinking. I don't have anything on paper or tracked that says 6:30 versus 8 a.m. is better for projections and 8 a.m. versus 6:30 is better for odds. I'm just going based off on the concepts that I've run by for the past 10 years of doing this in this space. But I think that is absolutely makes sense. I don't know. I got a couple tags in chat. Fire sent me a photo. He can stream in 24 hours. He just got access. Woo, baby. Oh my goodness. You're all about to see the man, the myth, the legend, Fire streaming for My Sparry Edge. OMG. Can I filter by markets on MLB? Yes. Oh, hold on. All right, this is going to take me a while. I don't even know if I can get this to work the way I'm thinking. So this just comes down to what you want to do. Oh, where did Bichette go? He just got removed? Yep. Nope. I must have clicked off him. What's happening? Let me refresh my Underdog slide. Because I was thinking about this. Can we just make entries like this? Buxton. Bichette. Don't touch anything. There we go. What do y'all think of this? Do you think it's a viable option? Yo, what up, Javad? I was just speaking your praises. And I told people about 5 minutes ago, I said, if you ever do business, find people that you respect as an individual, people that are good human beings to work with. You're that, man, friend. You're that. So thanks so much for helping me out, man. You know how stressed that I personally get, how I internalize all of the stress and pressures of doing these live shows and being transparent. I texted him this morning and I said, hey, bro, can you help me out? I'm like super stressed because being transparent, what did I text? What was my exact thing? So I'm not making it up. I care so much about transparency. I don't even want to text. I don't even want to rehash what I had said incorrectly. No, it was a DM in Discord. That's where it was. I'm going to read it up. I don't care if this is a good viewership or not. I want this to be accurate. Yes, I had asked him to fix something because I wanted things to look and be correct, because I said I need to be transparent plus accurate, which is very important to me. It matters. Transparency matters, and doing business with people who are good human beings matters, and the two have come together. I appreciate you, buddy. So, because of his help with the website for me, we are now able to use the projections if we're putting together entries on Pick 'em apps, or heck, just doing this on Let's Open Up Novig. Oh, we got a Novig segment. I just got excited. I am all over the map right now, but I just got so pumped. Hold up. Novig has a new domain. Oh, they got rid of the app.novig. Huh. I don't even know. Let's do this. Can I search on Novig? That would have been can I? Ooh, let's try this out. Benin Tendi. Oh boy. Let's go. If we're running out the projections, and we believe in the projections the most, I would have done it earlier, but I had a few drinks last night. You know what's, listen, I'm not going to talk about my personal opinions on life, but you know what's pretty good? Those seltzers. Yeah, those seltzers are yummy. I'll just leave it at that. If I pay for my Sparry Edge, do I also get VIP Discord pay? They're two different products, my friends. I believe they're both in my bio on X. You can see it above. There's just two different ways to go about doing things. Listen, if you are somebody who's like, just give me a pick, or you want to use Discord where there are a bunch of staff channels, there you go. If you're like, let me just grab, I can't answer that one, pizza. But wink, wink. LMAO, I'm a tequila soda kind of guy. Tequila, you get all emotional. You get emotional after the tequila. Is just a little tired. I would listen, man. Next time I'm in your neck of the woods, we'll share each other's drinks. We'll see how see which one ends up better. I'm fairly certain the 42-year-old man here would be in sad shape drinking the Javad drinks. I'd be such a mess. I am being totally sidetracked. Blame it on the alcohol. We're going to go by win percentage, because it also seems to be also the higher end of, actually, you know what? Screw this. Let's do this. Let us and tomato go over to RBIs. I'm going to sort by the bet grades. Oh, beautiful. A pluses. Let's go. Let's go. What was that? T-Pain? It was T-Pain. It was a great song. All right. Brandon Lowe. Under for an RBI. Now, these are going to be juiced. Now, remember, I was telling you earlier today, if you want to run out parlays, I was saying these 3-leg parlays are probably ideal. 3 legs. You're getting plus 180s and so. Why isn't accept? All right. So some of these, I don't know if you even want to use. I'm going to be real. And if you can tell, Cedric Mullins, if you can tell, when I do the parlays inside Discord, I absolutely, oh, yeah, that looks nice. I absolutely am picky. I do not run out all the plays. I just don't. All right, so I can't search if I zoom in on Novig. I'm learning a lot about their new Desktop. So this is their desktop, Novik.com. All right, so Cedric Mullins is not in their database today yet. So let's go Dansby Swanson. No way. No way. What do you just call? You've got EA Jack's phone number and you just call him T-Pain. No shot, dude. Well, the next time we hang out, you better hit him up. I want in. Get me in the circle. Sheesh. I'm going to be honest right now. I ain't liking the odds on some of these plays. Will the little Teal Day screw this up? Hernandez. Nope. All right, are we at plus 200 or so yet? Plus 203. Maybe you got to use a boost with some of these. I will listen. Do you see all the options we have? We've got 20 plays to choose from. I would do this. Let me teach y'all a lesson. You ready? If you full screen it, if you use the projections and you screenshot this section, all right, let me show you. Look at that. Player name down to the market. Go into Discord and you tag the quick pick bot. It'll make a list for you just like this. Now understand that until lineups are confirmed for the game, projections are changing hourly. Once the lineups are locked, weather looks fine, there's not like any external variables, the projections are locked. All right. That's a new twist we're adding today that Freak is adding to his projection model. So let's say this Pittsburgh and Chicago game's at 1 o'clock. Lineups are confirmed by 10 a.m. Then Brandon Lowe under half an RBI at the projection for 0.23, A+ bet grade. He's locked in. Okay? He's locked in. That's an A+. It's not going to change. So that's something new we're adding today. Fire better be shirtless on stream. Let's see that Fireman calendar edition, Mr. December. Dude, you got connections. That's actually pretty sick. I think the coolest person I have in my phone might be you. You're my end. What did Heliot Ramos do last night? Is he still playing for the Giants? Little League home run. Would it just like bloop over the right field wall? I am totally sidetracked. I don't know how this happened. I think it happened when I started texting devs and stuff. So, anyways, if you want to use this stuff, I am intrigued if we use the projections to make these slips outright. I think they're probably not a bad idea. And I was thinking about because I was thinking about this last night. Let me finish my thoughts before I keep stumbling through this freaking show right now. When you are making your underdog entries, I'm never really interested in doing multipliers that are not 1x because I want that 3.5x. However, what about if you're using these for discounts? Like we're talking 250 bet sample size, 82% of these are winning. Brandon Lowe has 2 RBIs on the season. I wish I could see how many games this is in, but it says 18%. Quickly looking at this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. So two out of 11 games, he has an RBI. He's juiced to the under. It's an A+ bet grade. Like, are these viable options in your opinion? Running out these lower multipliers? They're available. That's what hit me as I was thinking about last night. I'm like, wait a minute. These plays are also available on Prize Picks and Novig and Underdog. Like, could we take advantage of the RBI unders category? And if so, are you interested, like would you like to use them in an entry or just with boosts, like Javad is saying? I'd rather use boost on them if I have any. Maybe. Oh, DK pick 6 for you Floridians. You should be able to use these. Oh my gosh. Connect. There we go. Pick 6. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boosts on pick 6 right now. Can we do it this way? Let me search. There's a search button, right? All right, remember, this is my first time ever freaking using this site. Brandon Lowe. Former Tampa hitter. Do they not have unders? Maybe not. What about, do they not have RBI unders? Is that how this is? Hold on. Let me just search that category. They might not have RBI unders. Nope. They should have total bases though, right? Oh my God. I don't know how to use their site. Total bases. There we go. As I'm clicking around. All right. So let's go to the total bases market. So again, if you want to make parlays on DK Pick 6 and you want to use the math, then just open up DK Pick 6 and use the optimizers, sharp money radar. Like you can do this all day long. Mathematically, follow the money, follow the models would be this way. So total bases, unders. We've got an 86 bet sample size. 73% of these have cashed. So Caleb Durbin, Julio Rodriguez, right? Like if I go to their player cards, you could research this and be like, wow, he's hit the under. Caleb Durbin has hit the under in all but one game for this market. Julio Rodriguez, same thing. Under in every game but one. Josh Naylor, same thing, right? Like the trends back it up. The projections back it up. So if you want, maybe if you're not using the math, and again, you can use the math, the optimizers, but maybe you simply are using the projections. Like I'm not saying you can't. I think you could. So his total bases is only over. Oh, no, maybe you can't. I don't know, guys. Hold on. They are forcing overs on certain markets. So maybe you can't on pick 6. Do they have any unders? They have some unders. Miguel Garcia, under 1.5 total bases was there earlier today from the math, but not the projections. Hold on. So some of them are unders. Hold on. Let me find somebody from this list. This is not as easy as I thought it would be on DK Pick 6. Oops. I'm about to give up. This is way too tedious for me. I asked this morning inside Discord. I was like, hey, DK Pick 6, who uses it? I'm kind of seeing why. The response is 13 thumbs up, 8 thumbs down. Not even like a resounding, 20 people use it versus 2 that don't. I see it's clunky. Meanwhile, what are these? Are they here on Underdog? Yes. So these are discount worthy type plays then. Or maybe this is where we run these out on Novig. Maybe this is the way. This is the first time I've used this because we now have a really simple display, which is nice to see. Yeah, so you can run these out here in a parlay on Novig. I think this is probably the best place to do it. And by the way, like you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm doing it this way so that you can see it on the show. But if you wanted to, we don't have another way to do it right now other than clicking into their name and then going down to the odds and deep linking here. So I need to go to the total basis market, deep link, no vig, under. And then it should pop up in the plays. And there you go. Okay. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of crazy. I actually thought we'd be able to use a lot of the projections on their on these apps. There was a glitch on Dabble. I don't know if it's still there, where you could add a lower multiplier play into your slip and it wouldn't affect the payout. Holy smokes, dude. That's insane. There's no way that's still around, all right? Strikeouts are the worst market to bet on. Just letting you know. I was trying to do an RBI parlay on Price Picks. They're all demons for the overs. That's how they get you. Yeah, I love that people are sharing this information. Be smart. Be smart. I love it. Help each other out. You can't blindly bet on some of this random crap. Don't let these apps get you. Parlaying those 3 players today. I have 8 picks in here. I don't know how I have 8. It's mixing RBIs with, well, we got 2 SGPs. Well, that's kind of fun too. Look at that. Oh, hold on. Because of, well, check this out. Oh, baby. Let's say we had this Houston and Seattle game. Because we can now filter by games, there's a 3-leg parlay for this game. If we had a bet builder, which we are working on, I wonder if there's a smooth way to do this and then just be like, checkbox, no vig. Select your book, no vig, enter. And then it enters these 3 plays into no vig. I'm thinking through something for the first time, y'all. Or if I want to run out RBI parlay using A's only, select DraftKings or Underdog and click build. Ooh, the ideas are flowing. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm actually intrigued. I'm going to share that. If Javad's not here anymore, I'm going to snip this section of the video and see if we can walk through that one. Because here's how I also envision. I envision the Parlay Builder being its own tab, first off. But maybe it's just like added to these tools where the user can roll with correlation, math, or models. I'm just thinking through this, y'all. Listen. So what I just showed would be like Parlay Builder for models, right? Where it's just taking projections and it's giving you the best 3 legs for you picked Prize Picks based on the projections. That's it. Or you do it by the math and it pulls from the DFS optimizer for Prize Picks and it creates a Parlay Builder. It creates an entry using the math from the DFS optimizer into Prize Picks. So if you're like, give me the 3 best for a power 3 on the DFS optimizer for Prize Picks, and it would pull these 3. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Then you click like, give me 5 entries. All right. Here's an entry. Here's an entry. Here's another 3-pick entry. Here's the 4th 3-pick entry. Here's the 5th 3-pick entry. It adds up the edge. I don't know. Would you add it or aggregate it? Then you got the edge. So that would be like math based. How many slips do you want created? You do it that way. How many projections slips do you want created? All right. Maybe we have all markets. How many projection slips do you want for prize picks created? 10. Okay. Boom. Click. It auto populates. Probably take a second or two, but it would populate 10 entries. You click it, it opens them up into prize picks, so on and so forth. But that could be for the DFS optimizer for the math, and then the projections for the models. Correlation, I don't know how to do that. Talk me through that. What would correlation be? Like quarterback with receiving yards? A hitter, hits, runs, and RBIs over, and another guy having a run over, or also hits, runs, RBIs over. Can you even do that anymore? I don't know. I don't use pick 'em apps. I haven't had access to them in a long time. Can you do a pitcher over 4.5 hits and then have the opposing team have 2 hitters at hits, runs, RBIs, overs, or total bases over 1.5 both, or something? Can you do that? Or do you get wrecked? Oh, what's up, Javad? I see you in chat now. Do you get wrecked? It's just all in it's fluid, Jack. We're kind of sussing out how to do this. It's a fluid situation. Ugh, I can work out today. Oh, I'm so sore. Your boy's been working out pretty hard these days. Old man hard, but hard. Strikeouts over and hitters unders. So you can. Hitter versus pitcher. Do they nerf your multiplier, though? Because then the correlation stuff's stupid. Hot yoga? I've done that. Vinyasa flow? I've done that once. Just once. That was awful. That was awful. Like, I wish it was explained to me that I was essentially going to be doing yoga in a sauna. It was just, I was not ready for that. By the end of it, I was down to like, spandex shorts. Look like one of those nerdy bikers. Like, surrounded by women up to the age of 70. It was extremely uncomfortable physically and socially. It didn't go well. It didn't go well. Vinyasa flow. I think that's what it was called. That's funny. No, I've been using this is not a promotional. This is app called Ladder, and I pay a monthly fee, and you get to pick like your coaches or whatever, right? It's pretty sick. This is actually what I asked inside Discord if people would hang out while I did like lifting streams. Like, I'd probably just set up my cell phone downstairs in the gym or my tablet or something, and they could like do the workout with me. You know what I mean? Like if EI Jack has done arresting hot naked yoga guys in the park. Thanks for your public service too, by the way, my friend. I didn't know you're the po-po. If Jack is he's home, he's had a tough day, or before he goes to work, if he's like, let me get a workout in, and I'm going live that morning at 10 a.m. to lift or something, and I just bring it downstairs and he wants to work out with me, like, I'll just load up the app. I'll do the workout in the app. Y'all can follow along. We'll chat while we do it. I had posted something like that in the Discord. I'm going to be doing that still, but of course, launching this product has been way more important. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get back to that for sure. I think it'll be fun. We were totally off the rails, by the way. If you haven't noticed, we haven't even done any like picks in like 30 minutes, but I love that we still have so many people hanging out, even while we haven't been betting. Somebody made a comment the other day on my YouTube too. They're like, this could be a 15-minute video. It's like, yeah, it could. Yeah, this is not a video. This is my talk show. Bets for breakfast. Been doing this show on and off for about a decade. I have videos on the Video Picks channel, which is primarily for NFL. Yes, no, that's the point, right? It's like you hop in, you get a bunch of picks. We probably did 20 of them. And then we're going to talk betting. We're going to hang out, talk about whatever we want. Y'all can listen on your way to work, on the weekend, doing chores, whatever. We're just hanging. We're just hanging out at that point. You remember that post? Yeah, I'm not done with that idea. I'm definitely going to be doing it. I'll have my shirt on though. Don't worry. You know, you don't have to hide me from your partners. It's like this bald head gets all sweaty. Then you're gonna have to monitor who gets to watch my show anymore. Because good luck. Good luck. I made some interesting picks. This is how we get to know each other. Yeah, I mean, we're just chilling, man. We're just chilling. I can't believe it's been 90 minutes, though. I definitely need to get to work. And like I said, gotta go work out. You see that little bicep bump? Little ball? Anyways, I gotta go. I should go. I don't have to, but I'm gonna. I'm definitely off the rails here. I appreciate you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. We're live tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. I am here live again, making more picks and slips, probably more focused. Today's a fun day, though. Sometimes I like to just chat and work through some thoughts verbally, thought vomits on the screen, essentially. But thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all. Javad, thanks for swinging by, buddy. As usual, you're the best. Have yourselves a wonderful day, my friends. MySparryEdge.com. Grab that link down below. MySparryEdge.com. If you want to use the site, give it a look. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Let's get paid.